Right now, lawmakers in Washington have a chance to stop billions of taxpayer dollars from funding organizations in China and Russia. You heard me right. China and Russia received more than $1.3 billion taxpayer dollars for various projects over a 5-year period, according to government watchdog group Open the Books, and that's only what was listed on the books. There's much more to this story, and joining us this morning to discuss is Deputy Public Policy Editor for OpenTheBooks.com, Rachel O'Brien. Good morning to you, Rachel. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
First of all, why did we give more than $1 billion taxpayer dollars to Russia and China, and for what?
Right. So that was between 2017, 2023. And like you said, it's not the full story of what they received. Federal agencies don't track where all the tax dollars are being spent, especially when it comes to subcontractors. And as the tax dollars move even further through entities abroad, we quickly lose track. So Open the Books partnered with Senator Joni Ernst, the chair of the Doge caucus, to see what money we could find. So we found that the U.S. gave Russia $870 million in those 5 years. Most of it was from NASA, $771 million. That went to their Russian space agency. Another $42 million from our State Department went to Russia. China, $490 million. $64 million of that was from HHS for research. $59 million from the State Department for research. $2 million went to the Wuhan Institute of Virology. We know who they are, the creator of COVID-19. $52 million we sent them from the DOD, and there's more. It all resulted in Senator Ernst requiring a Pentagon audit of money sent to China in last year's defense spending bill. But the Inspector General said, they admitted they can't track it all. So nobody in Washington can actually tell us how every dime is spent.
So we know how much we gave, but we don't know what they did when they got it. What are the provisions in the defense funding bill that's going to stop this?
Yeah, so Congress now has an opportunity to pass this year's National Defense Authorization Act with provisions to increase transparency and accountability and to stop funding America's adversaries. So Senator Ernst has inserted amendments that prohibit defense dollars from going to China and Russia for their academic and research institutions. It would also ban DoD funds from going to animal research in any country that's considered a foreign adversary. So another provision would stop using secret spending that isn't reported on usaspending.gov. That's a website where all federal grants, contracts, and loans are reported to the public, so you can see them, but billions of dollars are hidden through what's called other transaction agreements, or OTAs. The Government Accountability Office found more than $40 billion was hidden from the public through OTAs over the course of 3 years.
That's just wild. Yeah. That's unbelievable. Now, your organization has done extensive work over the years to try and root out and find some of this information. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill, though, are pretty quick to point this stuff out. So why aren't they doing anything about it?
Yeah, so again, Senator Ernst authored the Stop Secret Spending Act that would stop these OTAs. It would ban them. She's still working to get that passed. Now, this provision is also in the Defense Spending Act. But the Pentagon is the most expensive department, and it is among the worst when it comes to failing audit after audit, as we've shared with your audience. So getting this language into the defense bill is a major step forward. The GAO published a damning report 2 years ago that 1/3 of all spending isn't reported on usaspending.gov. So, it's also unclear whether the Treasury or OMB has the responsibility to determine which agencies should report. So, who's driving the train here? It's unclear. The GAO has recommended that Congress clarify this. Congress has yet to do so. So once again, it comes down to lawmakers. Congress should pass this defense bill with the included provisions to get this transparency out there.
This could be a very good reason, too, why the Pentagon continues to fail audit after audit, when you start to see and you start to look inside the books there. Deputy Public Policy Editor for OpenTheBooks.com, Rachel O'Brien, thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.